build it all. And I like that Immortal coming out now, going to be quite useful too. It's good to really keep that unit mix diverse, rather than just having one big expensive unit which your opponent can directly counter with his Marauders or Vikings. I'm surprised that Pride hasn't added any Vikings in, because they're just fantastic, allowing your Marauders really to focus on other things, and the Vikings just to deal with the Colossus. There's a Ghost Academy now. I wonder if we'll see some Ghosts very shortly with EMP, really needing to charge up. He's got the Colossus now with the, interestingly, the Reactor Core on the starport to mass produce those Vikings, going to be useful. And he's got a lot of barracks there, ready to produce a lot of Marauders. He's got the tech labs and so forth up. Incontrol sees that with his observer. He has moved in with some troops here, but I don't feel like he has enough to really put the hurt on Pride. You can see that at the bottom of the map, the 6 o'clock position, right at the 5:30, Incontrol is getting a third base, so that could be good. But now moving in, and I don't think this will be effective. He's got a lot of Marauders there, and the Vikings coming in now, so that's going to make a huge difference on those Colossus. The Colossus are not going to survive this very easily, and Marauders just doing a lot of damage. They've taken a lot of hits from Stimpack, and that splash damage from Marauder, so he's almost lost all of his infantry here. In fact, he is going to lose all of his infantry. Incontrol only has a few Stalkers left. I really feel like Pride should land those Vikings to at least do some damage and just clean up the rest of those Stalkers now they're on low health. Waiting for reinforcements to come in. That lone Marauder enough to pick off those weakened Stalkers now. And as you can see, he's landing his Colossus. He's landing his command center. They both start with a C, guys. Landing his command center at the 3 o'clock position. In the meantime, Incontrol buffing his third base with some nearby gateways. Almost feel like he doesn't need them there, given the fact that he's got warp gates available just to bring his troops into where he wants. But that's what he's decided to do. Looks like, wow, I didn't even notice that. Pride's actually got double starports with reactor cores on each, so he can actually produce 4 Vikings at a time from that sort of setup, and really deal with those Vikings well, those Colossus well and truly. So I feel like if Incontrol wants to actually get ahead in the unit composition game, he needs to really switch up and stop building Colossus, go for Immortals instead. As you can see, the interesting thing here is that Pride has actually landed his command center at the the high yield mineral patch, whereas Incontrol's got his third base at just a basic blue mineral patch. So that's given Pride another advantage here. He's playing very well, and Incontrol just having to keep up with him at the stage. So Pride has really impressed me so far. He's done well with his Munit Vex and his timing. His first attack especially good. His second attack really didn't do him much harm, but it was useful. I'm very happy to see some Medivac dropships there. You need at least a couple if you're going mass infantry, just because you can get so much mileage out of your units after you win a fight. If you've got a whole bunch of guys left, they get straight back to full health. And that's, I can't really say enough about that. That's really a very useful thing. The other thing about Medivac dropships is they give you the double opportunity to actually drop your troops in the opponent's base and heal them. So that's very important. If you're me and you're a dumbass, you probably forget to take your troops out of the Medivac dropship after you've picked them up when you're flying around with them. But, you know, decent players will actually re-drop them and use them. And here we go, healing up his units. He may be pushing in soon. Excuse me. And it looks like we could be seeing a fight in our hands very shortly. Incontrol, not really sure if he's prepared for this. He is moving back with his troops. He's got some sentries there as well for the bubble. And those Colossus, I cannot see them lasting much, lasting for very long in this fight. He has got, 3 of them now? But the massed Vikings are really going to deal with them quite quickly. Well, I say massed Vikings, but he seems to only have 3 in the air in position at the moment. Here are some more coming in, so that's 6. Well, that's plenty. That's really going to deal with them. The trick is you move the Vikings in first, blast the Colossus, then move in with the rest of your troops and mop up. But it looks like Incontrol's moving up to the 3 o'clock location. He's going to be putting some pressure on his opponent, but he's going to leave his base undefended, so it could be a base swap we're seeing here. The unfortunate thing for Incontrol is, though, that he's going to lose his main, because it's closer to Pride's forces, whereas Pride will only be losing his expansion here, but he's upgraded to a planetary fortress and he's repairing it. That's going to be even worse for Incontrol. He's actually having to deal with an armed expansion here with all those SCVs forming a ring around to repair it. Really awesome stuff. Repairing that command center, it's going to take him ages to pop through that. Oh, nice! He's put a force shield on the ramp as well. That's going to save his expansions of time. Well played by Incontrol there. He's going to actually keep Pride's forces out of his base. Not for long, though. And Pride could actually drop his forces into Incontrol's space using those medivacs as well. Looks like he's pulling back with those SCVs. He's going to try and conserve them and allow that planetary fortress to go down. In the meantime, Pride moving into Incontrol's base. He's going to wipe out everything, including all attack. Very powerful stuff here. He's only lost an expansion so far. He's got those Vikings which can transform into units which destroy buildings as well. And man, look at that firepower, really wiping everything out. So far, Incontrol's only actually destroyed one base, and cleverly, Pride actually transferring all of his SCVs to a fresh expansion on the 9 o'clock position with that. Still a yellow mineral expansion, so he's still got access to those high yield minerals, and he's managing to salvage that completely. So really well played there, and looks like Incontrol moving in now for the kill up the top, but he's having to face some troops here. And looks like all of the Vikings, with their quick movement, head right back home and easily deal with those Immortals, so those Colossus, and that's what's doing the main damage anyway. So that's just really well countered there by Pride. So well played this game. And he could even drop his Vikings onto the ground and attack the Stalkers that way. So really well played there. Just he's done everything right this last few minutes. And really picking up that expansion at the 9 o'clock very well. Just expanding perfectly there. He could even add a planetary fortress to it. And this looks to be game. Moving in with all of his forces here. Incontrol's lost his main Colossus group. And he's now going to have to face off against this big massed infantry might from the Terrans. So really impressive stuff, really exciting game too. I'm glad to have brought you this, guys. There's a new website out called sc2win.com, I believe it's called. I'll have to Google it if I haven't got that all right, but check it out. That's where I've been getting some replays lately, and really enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been another commentary by Vol of the StarCraft 2 beta, Terran and Protoss. Catch you guys next time.